Hello, guys. That was such an interference just now. This is part 2 of the video I just did. I'm going to start with Angela Living and the commentator. Let's just say that was the intro. And that's good. I broke it up for those of you that hate long videos. And at first, I used to keep them short, but you know what? I'm for that person that just want to hang out for a while and chit-chat with me. Okay, kisses to my new subscribers. Thank you so much. And again, to those that just have been so great to me, thank you. Kisses. Let's get started, okay? Because it's hot over there, meaning back there. And my baby is ready for mama. She's so cute. Oh my God. Oh, every day she is doing something new and different and growing, and it's blowing my mind, and I just want her to stop. I want her to stop growing, you know, for a moment. I want her to be a baby again. You know, I look at her pictures and I'm like, oh God, I want another one. I would have to be rich. Let's get started.
It's time for fearless journalist and leading royal biographer Angela Levin. And there's been another dramatic twist to royal snubgate, with an almighty public row breaking out between Buckingham Palace and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. After the Sunday Times reported that the pair turned down an invite to the King's 75th birthday bash, the Sussexes have sensationally hit back. A spokesperson for the couple has said there has been no contact regarding an invitation to His Majesty's upcoming birthday.
Now, my previous video, the intro of that is on there. So we're going to move on. But what I do want to say about that moment is that I don't know who she's talking to. Who is she talking to? That's my question. Are you talking to the New York Times, which you could have just called them up and said, hey, can you retract this or whatever? Or did you do that for the UK people? Because all you did is just piss them off. Are you doing that to try to prove that you're right about the royals? No. What's being proved, Maghen, is that at every corner, every avenue, every time you get a moment, you're going to attack them. You lied to WME and you told them that you were done trashing the royal family. But idiot Harry allows you to do it, so I guess it's okay, right, Harry? That your wife comes out with a statement that means nothing to anyone, as if it's important that who is her audience? Who the hell is she talking to? The Sussex squad? So they can get pissed off and start going after King Charles and talking about their Kenya moment? Who does that? What in-laws does that? What in-laws? What daughter-in-law from hell? The daughter-in-law from hell. I was at Andy by Tara, and she said, King Charles is a little in distress. He needs to stop. He needs to do what he needs to do to make sure that he knows his son is okay. He's keeping an eye on him. He's the prince. But I'm sure he's cringing on how this woman is destroying him each and every moment that she's with him. And every time that I see Harry, he looks miserable. He looks like he's just not happy, like he's not having a good day, and he just has to be here for some odd reason. But that his stupid self that thinks that he's bound to this disrespect, this nasty vitriol. Hey, Oprah, wouldn't you call this vitriol? Meghan coming out with a statement about her in-laws. Who the hell is she talking to? King Charles? If she has something to say to them, she needs to send an email or get in contact with them the way that she knows how to get in contact with him, privately, like Michelle Obama mentioned. And she hoped that this would mend. That's why Michelle Obama don't mess with you. But if she started to, and I respect her. Let her rub shoulders with her and be eating with her and having a conversation. Me and Michelle ain't gonna be on the same boat no more. If one person's reputation isn't the worst reputation to me of all times, it's Meghan Markle. Because she continues to attack the very thing that is allowing her to rub shoulders with the very people that she keeps rubbing shoulders with. You would still be in Canada under the D list. Oprah wouldn't know your name and wouldn't have wanted to interview you. No. You're famous by default. You're famous because people want to know about your husband and we're fascinated by him. And when he walks in the room, it is not you that people is fascinated with. It is him. And it makes you sick to your stomach. And that's why you're always putting out your hand first or trying to get in front of your husband, because you want everybody to see you first. Like, this is my thing. I'm doing this. I'm doing all this for mental health. Harry's just coming along for the ride. This one. I can't help but to think at some point that she is trying to diminish him in a way that diminishes his power. The reason why people looked at him, why he looked their way at anywhere, is because he's a prince. And they're still fascinated by why this idiot would write a book called Spare and talk about his only brother. The betrayal of it all over a woman that is going to just chewing you and spitting you out all at the same time and don't care anything about your mental health. Because you got to stay in Montessori. You got to do whatever she wants you to do, just like you've been doing. Go, Maghen, you're first. You go. Do you. This is your show. I'm just a pawn in it, and he knows it. But here's the thing, Harry. While you're being a pawn or an idiot, you need to snap out of it and get your stuff together so you can stop allowing this woman to mistreat your family on the level that she does. While you sit back and be okay with it. Enough is enough. And when it's not enough, it will end her like it has already done. What do she think Oprah Winfrey Show did? Why did Oprah take it off of her site, Maghen? For fun? That was going to be her iconic moment, was the interview with you. Her last big bombshell interview was with Maghen, the Duchess of Sussex, because she's been trying to get up into the kingdom since Diana. But no, you let her right in with a whole bunch of lies. And so she had to remove the video. That's okay. I'm going to get a copy of it. I am, because I need it. I need to make sure I got all the lies and all the blaming and why it's doing it. So, small introduction. Let's continue.
It's disappointing the Sunday Times has misreported this story.
Now she's going after the Times. They done misreported some stuff. And she's going to get it straight. She hasn't got it straight with her dad, has she? He came out on TV and said, knock, knock, who's there? And she didn't even say, who's at the door? But as soon as there's like word on the street about her other in-laws, her famous in-laws, the one that made her who she was, she got something to say. And who the hell is she talking to? Them? Us? I don't care that she didn't get invited. I would expect them not to. And she can try to make the royal family be out the bad guys, but she's the only one talking. They invited her to the coronation, America. Did she or did she go? When they do invite her, silly Maghen, the Duchess of Entitlement, what did she do? She said she had to stay home with the kids. She ain't staying home with them now. Ain't she going to them concerts and hanging out with Beyonce and them, trying to be their friend? Be careful. There's a whole country over there that's already... And her popularity over here is on the sucking ground. Oh. No. Oh, yeah, that they were hanging out with Maghen. No, I don't roll with them. Borderline evil. Like, this is what you do all day, plot, plan, and watch the news and try to figure out who's doing what on that side of the family. Why is she talking about them? And they haven't said anything about her. I'm going to ask that going again. I'm going to ask it again. Why is Maghen talking about King Charles and the royal family and about a birthday party and all of this? Who is she talking to? If she had something to say, she should have said it to them. But we didn't need to know. She wanted us to know that she didn't get a formal invite. No. You're never going to get one. I would never. Why would I want to spend my birthday with that? And she needs it. Even if they didn't invite me and it was an open invitation, I'd be like, okay, what do I need to do? Because she needs them more than they need her. And it's not that there's no reconciliation in the air. It will never be as long as he's married to her. Because she's not about peace and love and forgiveness. She's a liar. And I believe Michelle Obama believes that she's making this up. Just like Chris Rock said, some of that, your experience was just in-law stuff. But now Maghen was over there taking notes. And now she has something to say to her, not her real father, but the father that walked her down the aisle. That one. The one that was funding her while she was over there. And then gave her a few dollars when she left, but they lied and said that they cut off funding. I didn't know you could cut off funding and say you're going to fund yourself all at the same time. Now, she the one said that she had this and they had a plan and they had been planning it for months. It says it on the docuseries. And then all of a sudden, they didn't have a plan, Tyler Perry. Maghen changes the story like the wind changes. And now she wants us to know that she didn't get a formal invitation from King Charles. And so what the hell?
Crumbs, I wonder if they're going to sue the Sunday Times. Anyway, a source close to the pair told the Mail Online, considering the trip to Kenya didn't go well, this might be a welcome distraction. Now, GB News also...
See that stuff right there? That cut under the belt kind of stuff that she shouldn't be saying. Which leads me to believe that Maghen plays this game. It's a game to her. Why would you wish, or why would you want, or why would you speak condemnation on something that your in-laws is doing for charity or for whatever reason? For whatever reason they were in Kenya, why would Maghen say something negative about it? Why would she even be mean and disrespectful and nasty about their visit and then say, oh, they just needed a story to cover up this one? Isn't that her motive? Isn't that what she does? She's throwing out these little tidbits and these little it's playing with things. I'm going to put out that, oh, their Kenya thing didn't go well. So, that was a disaster. So they're going to use this story. So So she's trying to give us an example of what happens in the royal family. So instead of this story, since they didn't do so good in Kenya, we're going to throw this story about Meghan and Harry coming. She sits up at night and thinks about this stuff and then wants us, I bet you anything, let me know, guys, that Ernest and them and the Sussex Squad is over there saying that very thing that I just said. That they're saying, yes, they didn't invite Meghan and Harry, they don't like them, and feeding into that narrative when they continue to be silent. And I don't know about you, but if I'm in an altercation and I'm the only one talking, then I feel like I'm the problem. I do. Ain't nobody saying nothing but me. Okay, shut up, Tisha. It's you. No, they are the only ones talking. And it's almost like they're on this crusade, this fetish to take down the monarchy. I've never seen it like this before. The article last week about the Mexits and how they forced them out, that resurrected. It was interesting. It's as if Meghan and Harry is trying to say negative and do negative things to discourage people to look at Catherine and William and Camilla as they go on their royal duties. They work hard for that. They do that. Listen, I know it's not easy getting up every morning, doing things for others all the time. So for Meghan and Harry to try to put a nasty spin on it and make it about whatever, something stupid, because it did go well. They did a great job. And whatever they're talking about is stupid. And instead of encouraging their family, saying great job in Kenya, instead of promoting the lie. Look at the lie she said in that statement. They're going to fund themselves. No, they wasn't. They were going to support the monarchy. They're trashing it every moment of the way. And then here's where I come in at. I have been ranting. I have, because I'm disappointed and disgusted with her behavior. It is enough of it. And it doesn't help her at all. Her popularity, her any of that. It just makes it worse. And it just lets you know that WME has no control. No one does. And you can't fix something that's not fixable. Someone said, do you think this should be able to change? Have you seen anything? This is point in case. Obi Scobie, point in case. His titles are just appalling in his book. Attack after attack after attack on the royal family. And to my understanding, both Meghan and Obi Scobie used to know the Queen, had some type of relationship with the Queen. But look how they both betrayed them. And Obi Scobie knows that this is it for him. If he doesn't do whatever he needs to do for her, then where is he going to go? Obi Scobie is Meghan's new lapdog. Come lay here, Obi Scobie, and let me tell you a story about the big bad royal family that I was over there for 15 minutes, and continue to dig a hole for yourself. And I don't know who your friends are. Oprah, Tyler Perry, do a knock knock. I don't know if I was in that circle and I knew that I was going down this stupid hole, I would want someone to help me. Like some of the commentators said, she needs a team of people. She needs someone that can help her and guide her. No, she's supposed to have that with WME. So the question is, there's nothing, because she is unstoppable, because Harry has allowed that. and she's using that to her advantage. But as she's doing that, she's going to lose money and friends. And she can hang out with Cameron Diaz all day long. You know, listen, if I was at Goop, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to hang out with Maghen when she comes, because now she's hanging out with Gwyneth. Like I said, I'm going to question my likeness with Gwyneth. And I'm good. I'm cutting her off. She's done. This don't add up. These are the people, this is the person you guys hang out with. Oh, okay.
Who understands that Harry and Meghan haven't received an invite to spend Christmas with the rest of the royals. So, Angela Levin, who to believe?
Christmas.
Well, I wouldn't believe Harry and Meghan. We've got...
it was that?
Mail Online.
Oh.
Considering the trip to Kenya didn't go well, this
Okay.
might be a welcome distraction. Now, GB News also understands that Harry and Meghan haven't received an invite to spend Christmas with the rest of the royals. So, Angela Levin, who to believe?
Well, I wouldn't believe Harry and Meghan. We've got...
So, they didn't get an invitation. So what? They ain't invited. You can't come. And they have their reasons. So, end of discussion.
an unknown, unnamed person saying all sorts of things. We can't believe a word of it. I mean, we're so
Maghen.
used to them twisting things. But also, the Sunday Times is a very respectable paper, and the
It is.
royal head of that is also very careful and well respected. So I don't believe that. I'm sure she's right and they're wrong. But I think it was just a trick. If somebody doesn't invite you to something, and all they said they've invited you not going, and you don't want to go, then you just shut up, don't you? You don't have to make that in a great bonfire of anger and say, you know.
No, it's not even about anger or bombshell. It's stupid stuff. Because why is she talking to them through us, through the media? Why is she coming out with statements at all? It makes her look childish and stupid. Because that's not cause for you to put out a statement. What caused you to put out a statement is your father running around here trying to get your attention. But you ain't got nothing to say to him. But you got a whole bunch to say to the royal family. And you don't even know them like that. You don't even know them. And you didn't get to know them. And you didn't want to. You wanted to use them. And as she continued to do whatever plan she's got conjured up, she's strategic. So for some reason, she still has to keep this facade that the royals are these big bad people. And they keep showing us that they are these wonderful, wonderful people that are taking care of their country. And Meghan and Harry are jealous and can't stand their success. Obi Scobie, Prince William wants power. He is power. He will be power. Just like his father. But a little bit more. Yes. And he needs to do whatever it takes to do that. And he's doing it. He married a beautiful woman that set the bar. That set it. Woo! He instantly made him a freaking superstar. I said, William? Let me tell you something. I started watching them ever since the wedding. Ever since the wedding. I was like, the love story, I watched it. How they met, how she jumped in the water, running after him, was beautiful. Now that was a love story. Yeah, no, they have been killing it. They continue to. And I love how he just continues to be blessed at everything that he's trying to do and he's doing. William. And that he's not listening to these two whine-a-thons, these two back here in Montecito that are losing big time. That are losing and hate to see them in the headlines. They are, sorry, they're on our books. They're in our stores. Singapore. Earthshot. William is kicking butt. They are pissed off because he is the number one person over here, you know, I forgot what it was under, but one of the most popular people. He is the most popular man in America, and he don't even live in America. Thank you, Harry and Meghan. So careful with this book and everything else, because you guys are playing with fire. I do believe that. What do you think, Angela Levin?
They're wrong. This is wrong. It's outrageous. Why just be quiet? It shows that they're actually reading the press very, very carefully. They say they're not, but they obviously are, to come back with this bonfire very quickly afterwards.
Yes.
It's a nonsense. And actually, I think it's quite right
It's
for
obsessive.
King Charles not to.
She's reading the mail, reading everything, and trying to see what's going on and trying to control everything from her Montecito home by putting out statements and stupid stuff like that, as if it means anything to us over here in the United States of America. We do not care that she didn't get an invite to her in-laws. And I'm sure 95% of us is not going to care after what she has done. And then if they read the entire story, they'll realize that she's trying to diss them as well and talk about them and say that they're trying to distract from something when Meghan and Harry do that all the time. Oh, they're breaking up. So they come out like they're this big, they did a video together. They did it's this stupid game Meghan play. I'm going to put it all on paper. I have to. There's a story that needs to be told.
Right, them. What I suggest he's said is that, you know, if you want to come, the door is open. He's done that a great deal. But he's not going to go through all the problem. And I don't think Harry and Meghan are going to go. Meghan can't bear this country anyway. But will go unless they apologise, unless his father and William apologise to Meghan. But what they need to apologise to her for, nobody knows. But he's determined not to give in at all. And so it's all this nonsense, childlike behaviour, is just actually to put their names in the paper
I
again.
just wonder if the couple are relishing this drama because victimhood is their currency.
Yes, they are victims. Now, the interesting part
Millionaire
is
victims.
Yes, millionaire.
In an enormous Californian mansion.
Yes,
with
16
royal
bathrooms.
titles.
16 bathrooms.
16 bathrooms?
Yes.
Which one of them's incontinent, I wonder?
I don't know. I wouldn't ask. But the interesting thing is that...
Did he say 16 bathrooms? Let's see if she's able to keep it up. Maybe if she keep hanging out with them, they'll just keep paying the bill for her and Harry. And I just got to just show up and get on the plane.
To be jolly, no more being a victim, because people are fed up with it. They're not interested
Including
anymore.
in America, they don't like that.
Particularly in America. And so I think that she's passing all this on. She's not saying it, but it's coming through. And that
She is
could lead
saying
us on
it.
to Scobie.
It said spokesperson, which means that they give authorization, which tells us it's okay.
Who's done this awful book.
Well, indeed, let's talk about that, because this is quite a story. And this is,
did him
of course, the
yesterday.
Sussex's biographer, Omid Scobie, close friend of the couple, is preparing to release his new book, Endgame, which promises to be...
Passing all this on. She's not saying it, but it's coming through. And that could lead us on to Scobie, who's done this awful book.
Well, indeed, let's talk about that, because this is quite a story. And this is, of course, the Sussex's biographer, Omid Scobie, close friend of the couple, is preparing to release his new book, Endgame, which promises to be nothing less than explosive. Scobie will brand the king as unpopular and Prince William as a power-hungry heir, whilst portraying Harry as the prince forced to start a new life after being betrayed by his...
Harry the victim. Their friend is writing a book about Harry's family and how he was forced to leave. How many times have we heard this story, guys? Did we or did we not hear it on the Oprah show? Did we not hear it on the docuseries, Spare, Therapy Session, even on his interviews? How many times, last week, Mexic, how many times are they going to tell it? And at what form? Maghen's memoir, someone said that this was Obi Scobie's memoir, is really hers. No, she's coming out with her own. Trust me. But, Harry, why would you want your friend to talk about your family in such a harsh, derogatory, nasty way on the world stage again after you said that you and Maghen were done trashing them? Why would you have your best friend that is about to write a book about your family titled all kinds of nasty stuff? Who said the racist comment? The Queen is this. And King Charles, he wants to be the next whatever. And Camilla's reputation sucks and what she's trying to do to build it. That's that same stuff that they said in the Spare. Camilla, manipulating the press for her reputation. Stupid stuff. What do he think they're doing? Trying to manipulate the press. Telling us that they didn't get an invitation. I don't feel sorry for you because you didn't get one. I feel sorry for them that they have to listen to it. No, I need to go back. I went too far. These two, this is what they do. This is their MO. They're using their author, the one that was finding freedom, the one that Maghen helped him write about them finding freedom in America. That was a book. Wasn't that a book about how they left and how they were running from the royal family or whatever the case may be, how they were breaking off? Now he's coming out with a new book to say the same thing and how Harry had to escape with his life. What friend, what person, what enemy? Harry, you're not even treating your family like an enemy. You're treating them worse than an enemy. An enemy would accept a feud. I don't know. But what disgusting prince, what disgusting man that would treat his family in such a disastrous way. And almost like now the Queen is gone, I can do whatever I want to. It's out there now. Let's just go full blown. You want to continue to be disliked around the world because you continue to attack your family with this Jezebel? Because no one is talking to the other. No one's saying, you know what, stop this. I'm not saying anything else about your family. I'm just not going to do it. No, put it out there, Harry, because it's their fault. They're mistreating me. Maghen came over here and whined and cried on Tyler Perry's shoulder and told him how he was mistreated, how they put her on a tree and beat her naked. I mean, I didn't mean it, but I did. Because that's how she came over here talking like she was forced to be over there. And then she was forced out the different stories that this woman has told. And then she walked around with this smirk on her face, looking like an idiot. And Harry's just looking like, is today Monday or Tuesday? Oh, Lord. No. This is that stupid stuff. Then she comes over here and starts using the name. Introducing the Duchess of Sussex. She's being introduced as the Duchess of Sussex, but writing notes to the very outlet, the very place of employment, The very thing that made her the Duchess of Sussex, she's talking crazy. Talking about how they trip wasn't no good and they want to bury that story. That's that stupid stuff. That's Meghan that's trying to draw parallels to things like she always does. The Queen told her to write a letter to her father, but then it got leaked and the Queen didn't do anything about it. And so, she just didn't know what to do. And then it became the Queen's fault. Not Meghan's fault that she should have picked up the phone and handled that like a real woman. But what woman would blame another woman on their relationship that's going on with their father because they gave them some advice? Let's move on. I was listening to River the other day. He is funny. Woo! I don't know what he said and I couldn't repeat it, but it was good.
Own family. So there's
Camilla there, a queen willing to go to dangerous lengths to preserve her image.
Right. Let's go
Of course, the Sussex's biographer Omid Scobie, close friend of the couple, is preparing to release his new book Endgame, which promises to be nothing less than explosive. Scobie will brand the king as unpopular and Prince William as a...
He's unpopular. They continue to make the royal family popular. They do. With this nonsense. They do. It is beautiful to see King Charles, Camilla, Anne, and Sophie, and I know all of them now, out there working and doing it and killing it. And they know they're doing it. And they don't need Meghan and Harry's this blank noise that they're saying. It doesn't matter. Because the work speaks for itself.
Power-hungry heir, whilst portraying Harry as the prince forced to start...
William, the future king, is power-hungry. I didn't know a king could be. Or I just didn't know that. Because you already is. He is going to be one of the most powerful men in the world, idiot. But does he stand by his powerful brother? No. He runs around with his Jezebel wife being jealous and wanting what they have. And since they can't get what they have, this is what they do. Trash, blame, and complain. Let's do that again. Trash, bash, and complain. I know I didn't say that like that. I have to rewind it. But that's what they do. That's what they do. They bash. And then, of course, they trash. And then they whine about it and blame. It's blame, trash, and whine. I don't know what I said. Let's keep going because I got a ways to go on. A little bit.
New life after being betrayed by his own family. So
there's Camilla there.
Harry was betrayed? This book is probably going to piss a lot of people off. Because he's the traitor. And that's what's interesting, is that how Meghan tries to tell the story, but they do. It's interesting. This is the only way I can describe it. Okay? The Little Red Riding Hood. Okay? Meghan's describing that. But Meghan is Little Red Riding Hood. And she's doing all the things that she says that they do. They leak the stories. They're trying to cover up. They're the victims. No, the royals are the victims because you guys keep assaulting them. And hopefully tomorrow when she goes to court, that it shows that. Meghan attacks her family. As much as she lies and says that she's done doing that, she does it. And then they keep taking the hits. But they keep getting up and shaking it off and keep moving. And their people are strong with them too. They're UK. I mean, you guys are relentless. And they're going to need you. Because look at her. Look at Harry and Meghan's damage that they are trying to do, that they're doing. And even if she doesn't realize that she's doing it, she is. But that's what makes them strong. The UK people and the family. Going out there, supporting them and waving that flag. The coronation was insane beautiful. And she was up on a mountain looking stupid. She's under other. I believe they have told her, you will never work or be a part of the royal council. That probably pissed her off.
Been willing to go to dangerous lengths
Dangerous.
to preserve her image. Now, all that is not true. I mean, the king is very popular. He was popular from the moment the Queen died. There were thousands of people around Buckingham Palace, which astonished him. He was very popular when he went to Germany and to France and in Africa.
And he hasn't put a foot wrong so far.
No, he hasn't put a foot wrong so far.
And
so he is very popular. And to talk about that about William, Harry knows that when he was young, he didn't want to be a king, but now he's accepted his responsibility and he's working jolly hard on it. I think it's very spiteful, but my view on this one is that Meghan has been told, as I just said, not to moan. So she can't actually get ahead with her memoirs, which was going to be full of yet how badly she was treated. So she's got old Scobie to do it for her. If you remember back to the other book he wrote, she said she had nothing to do with it, nothing at all. And then she ended up in court apologising, saying she forgot that she told the maid could actually talk to him and
she
tell him
lied.
lots of things.
That's on record that Meghan said she forgot after she helped Obi Scobie with finding freedom, just like her and Harry, which I think is disgusting, helped him write this book about his father and family and continue to shoot off great missiles at them. And as they keep missing, they keep coming around and hitting Meghan and Harry. But they don't see that.
So this one is going to be exactly the same, full of lies, full of unkindness, full of spitefulness, which is going to happen just before Christmas. And I think that
it's the same stuff. Nothing's changed. I haven't said anything new that Harry hasn't already said in his book, have we? We'll see.
Cannot get it out of their system that they actually live your life. No one's stopping them with their life.
And get on with it. So it's worth pointing out that we have no evidence that the Sussexes spoke to Omid Scobie in relation to either of his books.
Yes, we do. He was in California not too long ago.
Angela.
It is my view, yes.
Briefly, on the flip side, are this couple not being treated badly, Harry and Meghan? They've been hounded out of the country. They've had to move to America. And they're still getting dissed by the press, including you and I.
Stop that. They wasn't hounded out of the country. They decided on their own that they didn't want to be a part of that anymore and decided to step down. And then that's when UK turned around and said, what? No. People did start disliking her when Megxit, but people still supported her. She still had support. I heard it. They were like 50-50 or it was not like it is today. So no. It was when she got on the Oprah show, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, well, that's because they've become so unpleasant. I know I say it a lot because I just want to remind everybody while we're here. And also I call them eco-hypocrites because they're going so many times in private planes and yet they're telling us that we absolutely must not do that. Harry set up this Travelest, which is when you go away, you're very careful where you go and how you go, and you don't use planes and all that. And he's the patron of that, and he's just doing absolutely the opposite of what he's telling us to do.
I'm offended by the suggestion made by Omid Scobie in this book that our next king, King William, who's a wonderful ambassador for the country, is somehow power hungry. How can he be power hungry? He's going to be king.
He's got the power already.
Correct.
Yes.
I mean, have you noticed any power hungry traits by William?
No.
I've seen him work very hard.
That's a lie.
Is he an empire builder?
No. He's a very happy man now with a happy family and wants to do what actually his father wants as well. They have.
William sees his legacy. He sees his purpose. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do. And is not entertaining these two over here. And the quieter they are, the worse off these two get, because they're trying to invoke them to do something or say something. Because they have been quiet. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. They're moving on. They're living their lives. They're busy. They got things to do. They're not waking up to Harry and his wife's shenanigans. This candy is so delicious. I'm sorry. I think I almost ate this whole bar.
Very similar
So good.
connections with
Speaking of
this.
similar, briefly, he's in Singapore for the Earth Shot Awards, which is a big eco event. Are you worried that Prince William is now doing the eco bidding for his own father?
I think that he's probably doing.
None of that. William's doing a great job. The whole family's doing wonderful. I'm so proud of them. Keep it up. This candy is delicious. Now, I've seen this in the grocery stores, but I've never gotten it. And let me tell you something. Thank you. It's so good. In conclusion, I think she's going down a bad rabbit hole. I really do. You know, the concerts, whatever, the charity, whatever, you know, the events, whatever she's doing, I get it. She's trying to win change people's perspective on her. But all she does is cover up, you know, what she's done, and then not even covering it up. She's put more fire on it. She's waking things up that shouldn't be woken up. And then she's adding to the story, but she needs to stop doing that. Because you chose this life over here in America. You chose you put it on paper and on record that you were going to fend for yourselves, that you were done with the royalty, and that you would support them. But that is not what you're doing. You're over here worried about every turn that they turn, what they're doing, what they're not doing, if they're going to invite you, if they're not going to invite you, if you're going to get a formal one or not. You're not worried about them seeing the kids or your father coming on TV saying something, you know, hello, Maghen, are you home? And then you're ignoring him, but you got a whole bunch to say to the New York Times about what's going on in the UK and someone's birthday that you're not even going to. Because even if you did get invited, you still wouldn't go. You didn't go to the coronation. That would have been the thing to go to and take the kids to. Oh, we're going to bring the kids with us next time. No, you're not. We're going to continue to see the back of their heads in a blurred picture. And that's fine if you don't want to show the kids. That's fine. But what's disgusting is that they don't know where they came from. All they know is you and Harry and them celebrities. It just feels, I would be like, oh God, this is life. I don't have no cousins. Look, Godfather uncle is Tyler Perry. What do you know about my mother? That she ran from the UK and I had to pick her up from the airport. No, so yeah, Tyler Perry's the God mom and dad. And she just met him 15 minutes ago. Not Jessica Maloney, the one that's been with her forever and been her friend and, you know, all that other stuff. Not that D-list girl. What's that show? Funky Diva. Not me, girl. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Listen, have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit of rant on both of these videos. Tell me what you think. And, you know, her coming, this candy is delicious. I ain't gonna eat no more tonight because I done ate half a bar. And I didn't went through this one already. It took a couple of days, but anyway. I just feel like she's going down this wrong road again. And she takes 2 steps forward and 2 steps back to me. I don't know if people are watching. Have a great night. Kisses.